We come to you live on EA Sports, and it's a Windy City special in the booth. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull. It's Jay Williams.
And Ed, both squads are getting up last-minute shots. As a player, you never leave the court on a missed shot. A mixed shot always sets the right tone before the game.
All the work that's gone into this game about to be on full display here tonight. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Welcome to New Age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
George, it's Boston with the rebound. To Kemba Walker. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound taken in by Beverly. To George. Terrific vision. A big finish at the rim. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Beverly. George. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Leonard. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that.
Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
LA Clippers with the basketball. George. Nothing going here on that drive. Over to the right side. Paul George to Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
And the basket good at the rim.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Leonard to Paul George. Shot from the lane won't go.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
A fundamental shot right there.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Kawhi Leonard pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
George drills the three. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
To George. Leonard. No good. Hayward to Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Beverly, around the perimeter. Leonard. LA with 4 to shoot. Beverly. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Leonard. Paul George. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. 5-second violation. Leonard. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Oh, and we have a 5-second violation. Leonard. 9 points for him to start the game. He's hit 3 threes in this first quarter. Lights out from downtown.
And defensively, you have to stay in these guys' pocket. Force him to be a driver rather than a shooter.
It's a 5-second violation. George. Celtics able to clear the board. Into the front court, it's Walker. Trailing by 11. Kawhi Leonard, huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Tatum. Now that's a contest.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Now that he's 3 of 3 from the field, he needs to get the ball in the next possession, maybe run a 1-4 flat set and get out of the way.
Hayward. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Tonight, everyone gets free pizza.
Add 2 points to the board.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call. But a bucket is a bucket.
Boston with the basketball. Paul George able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Leonard, he continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Leonard to Williams. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Brown into the front court. 14-point deficit. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
I mean, Ed, I get more and more impressed with guys' ability to shift their body. If that's a Euro step, a side step, however they find a way to get through traffic and finish like that. Whew.
To Jaylen Brown. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Another chance to Jaylen Brown. He won't get away with this one. Referee calls it intentional.
It's way too early in the game to be intentionally fouling like that. Keep your cool, man. Calm down.
For LA, number 40, Ivica.
For three, look out, Kemba hitting the tough shots here.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Williams sacrificing everything for the loose ball. Out of bounds, last touch by the Celtics, so it'll stay with the LA Clippers. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. George gets a look, can't hit.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. George smothering D. Walker with the basketball. Down 11 to Hayward. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Williams across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Count the basket inside.
4-2. The assist from number 23, Louis Williams.
Kemba Walker against Paul George. Short jumper misses.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Beverly, hat-trick Beverly. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Deep two there, won't go. Hayward. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
George to Beverly. Short jumper off the mark. Hayward to Kemba Walker. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Okay, that time it was effective, but a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Clippers have the basketball to Leonard. The monster stuff. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Can't connect from in close. Won't go. To Marcus Smart. Finish that. Doesn't get the bounce. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
The assist from number 13, Paul George. 3 points. The assist from number 27,
First half in the books. It's been all Clippers so far. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Walker. Tough make through traffic.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Leonard, rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shot's no good.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
To Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, he just continues to pour it in from downtown. He's 6 of 7 from 3.
This is probably the time that you adjust your defense, maybe play some zone, maybe a box someone, or maybe just double team them.
Here comes the screen. Gets it in the right corner. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
To Walker. 4-3. And Kemba Walker, muscle memory put to good use there.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
Leonard. That no good. Off the mark. To Marcus Smart. Nice finish at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Beverly into the front court. His team leads it by 10. To Leonard. Has a look. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Time to shuffle things up.
For the Boston Celtics, number 7, Jaylen Brown.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Jaylen Brown has got 2 shots coming. A career 65% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. It's LA Clippers ball. Oh, emphatic slam. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. The deficit now up to a dozen. Going to launch beyond the arc.
To number 21, Patrick Beverly. That's his first personal foul.
Kemba Walker is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 83% free throw shooter. Oops, he missed the first one. Knocks down the second free throw. Beverly into the front court. Lead stands at 10. It was right there. Brown with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Screen coming. To Kemba Walker. Clippers have got it. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, When there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Not going down here. And he'll head to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Paul George. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Tatum. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Leonard. To George. Baseline drive. George to the basket, but it won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Kemba Walker against George. To Leonard. Another chance. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Number 37, Jimmy
Beverly into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Leonard. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Screen coming. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. 17-footer at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end, and a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. If you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
And Gordon Hayward, zero hesitation as he knocks it down for 3.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have 2s when you can shoot 3s? Even on fast breaks, guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
Walker buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
And the finish, slam dunk.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Walker to Hayward. Down to 5 on the 24. Hayward buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Turns and slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Hayward. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
To Hayward. Walker. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. It'll stay Celtic basketball. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 0, Jason Tatum. Into the game for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 4.
Walker to Cantor. To Hayward.
Screen coming your way, screen coming
Beyond
your
the
way.
arc for 3. Tough shot. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. LA Clippers with the basketball. To Paul George. Leonard. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
Turnovers like that at this point of the game are daggers. You can't afford to have empty possessions in the final 2 minutes.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
George. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Brown into the front court. Leads up. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Leonard down for Harkless. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both. And you also stop the clock while getting another possession.
And hits the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Not that time. Beverly into the front court. His guys down 3. Harkless to George. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
From a guy who's been there before, tomorrow morning you'll wake up and you would have wished this was a bad dream. But in reality, all you can do is knock the cobwebs off and let it fuel you for tomorrow.
Timeout called here by the Clippers, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Leonard. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Now the Clippers call a timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Walker into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Cashes in for 2.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
George, where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they get a good win on the road. That does it for my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.